Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. So today we're gonna work with a bit of inner thighs, which we have not done in a while, and a bit of side body. So we're actually gonna start now that Betty's all set up. We're actually gonna start laying down. But have your strap near you so that you can reach it easily. And then come on down to your mat. And oh yeah. Keep your knees bent if that's okay for you. Keep your feet on the floor. You can take your feet wide and allow the knees to come into center if you'd like. But start here just pausing, just seeing how your body's feeling. The arms come down to your sides, palms are face up so that the shoulders can start to reset, the chest can start to open. And then find your breath. And notice as you inhale, maybe you pause at the top. And as you exhale, let it all go. Good, inhale, take a deep breath, everyone. Pause at the top. Exhale it out. Good, 3 more just like this. Make sure your inhale is really deep, about as deep as you can possibly make it. 1 more. Good, and then if the knees are together, go ahead and separate the knees. Straighten your right leg toward the end of your mat. Take your left arm overhead. So opposite sides, your right leg, your left arm, and just relax. No flexing, no nothing. Just let the leg relax, let the hand relax. If your back of your hand doesn't touch the floor over your shoulder, take the arm out and bend the elbow. I don't want to strain the shoulder. We're not opened up yet, but just allow that arm to get to a point where it feels comfortable for you. The other option, by the way, would be to put a block underneath your hand, but I didn't cue that early, so just see. Good, then simply bend the right knee, put that foot on the floor, straighten the left leg, bring the right arm overhead, let the left hand come down to your side. Relax the limbs, don't flex anything. If your leg rolls out to the side, allow it to do that. Good, bend the left knee, let that foot come to the floor, both arms overhead. So here again, if the hands aren't touching the floor, I want you to bend the elbows. Maybe you're doing cactus arms. Maybe you're doing something in between cactus arms and the arms fully overhead. And then pelvic tilts and tucks here. The feet are on the floor. We're just moving through the pelvis and you can feel the body softly shifting kind of up and down as we move through the pelvis. Breathe. That's it. And then bring the pelvis to neutral. Bring the right knee to chest. Release your arms. The hands either go around the front of the knee or underneath the knee. Hold the right knee to chest as you straighten the left leg. This time I want you to flex the left foot. Go ahead and flex the right foot while you're at it. creating space through these hips. Deep breath, everyone. Good, switch sides. The left knee comes in, the right leg goes straight. You're using your hands gently to bring that knee closer to the chest. Try to keep the pelvis on the floor. Try not to round the back up toward the shoulders. Try to keep it down. And then both knees to chest, squeeze and in. Good, you're gonna take those arms back overhead, either cactus pose or straight overhead, but don't strain, like don't reach as far as you can. Just let them rest overhead. The knees are to your chest, take the legs up to the ceiling. As you exhale, go wide with the legs. Take them all the way out to the sides and breathe. As you inhale, take the legs together, the hands reach up to the ceiling, the palms turn in. As you exhale, the palms turn out, go behind your head, the legs go wide. Here we go, a few more. Bring them in and out. Bring them in. When you're bringing the arms up toward the ceiling, it's like you're holding a beach ball, right? And then as you release, they go back overhead, palms are face up. Good, last one, squeeze it in, open it wide. Breathe here. Bring both up. Take the left or the right leg down toward the floor. Both hands stay high and the left leg stays high. Core work coming in already this morning. Take the right leg up. Lower the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale the right. Exhale the left. Hang in there. Inhale the left, listen up, right arm, right leg. Breathe, inhale up. Exhale, left side. Inhale it up. Exhale, lower the right. Inhale up. Exhale, lower left. Good, almost done. Listen up. Lower the right leg, left arm, going back to opposite sides of the body. Inhale, center, switch sides, left leg, right arm. Inhale, we got two left. Lower the right leg, left arm. Inhale, lower the other side. Inhale, everything back up, knees come to chest, and breathe. Grab your strap, everyone. I want you to take the strap around the right leg only. Take that leg up toward the ceiling. Soften the right shoulder, the left foot stays on the floor. Go ahead and take the right leg out to the side. Now, as you do that, take the left knee out to the side as well. So you're doing a half, kind of a half split, right? Or a half wide leg split. I can't come up with the other word. So just feel the stretch through the inner right thigh. So possibly way up at the groin, maybe closer to the knee, right? Wherever you feel that stretch is okay with me, as long as it feels okay, as long as it doesn't feel like you're straining. Just breathe here, everybody. And then I want you to roll over to the right side. Allow that right leg to come all the way to the floor and gently press the left knee out to the left. Gentle. You're going to feel a big activation of that left side glute muscle. Once you're here, take the left arm back out to cactus pose or straight out. It's a weird little twisty, stretchy thing, left arm and right leg. Find your breath. Good, engage your belly, use your strap, take that leg back up to center, grab the strap with your left hand and cross thighs. So your left knee is heading over to the right leg is heading over to the left. You got this, everyone. Stretching out that whole outer side. Big deep breath. Come back to center. Release the strap, release the leg. Straighten the left leg as well. And just relax. Good, breathe. I'm gonna flip myself around. I hope that doesn't get you up. Excuse me, so that I have room to work with that opposite leg. All right, so when you're ready, bring the left leg up to chest, take the strap around the foot, take that foot up toward the ceiling, leave your right foot on the floor. Pause here, drop the shoulders to the floor and take the left leg out to the side. Ooh, your right arm can go out to a cactus or a T position. Notice if you're really lifting off the right hip. If you are, try to ground that down a little bit. Just feel your breath, feel that stretch. Notice where you feel the stretch. It's always interesting to me, the difference between the right and left side. Just use your breath here, everyone, right? Take that deep breath in, exhale it out. No strain here. You should feel the stretch, but not a strain. Good. Then roll over to the left side. Let that left foot come to the floor. You still have your strap. Gently press that right knee back toward the right. It's really not going to go very far, but hopefully it's pointing a little bit closer toward the ceiling. Take the right arm out, a little bit of a twisty move here. Just breathe. Working with those thighs. And then big toe to the low belly. Take the left leg back up. Cross your thighs. Excuse me, strap is in your right hand. You can take the left arm out here. Nice stretch for this outer left hip. Big deep breath. Good. Take the left leg back up to the ceiling. Lift your right leg, take it inside the strap with the left leg. So the strap is around both feet. And then let the strap go wide to take your legs wide. So you're using the strap. You've got a little bit of purchase point here, so you can press against the strap. Just don't overdo it. Shoulders are soft, try not to overgrip the strap, let the shoulders be heavy on the floor. Even for me, my elbows are almost heavy on the floor. It depends on how long your strap is. Deep breath, everybody. And then take the legs in about a quarter or a third of the way. Re-grab your strap and press the legs against your strap. So now I'm going more to a flexed foot. I'm pressing my feet against the strap. I'm working with the outer hips a little bit. Good. Soften, bring the strap in more or the feet in more. Push against your strap. Good. Last one. The feet come about, hips width apart. Flex your feet. Hold onto your strap and push those legs or those feet really against your strap. Breathe. Good. And then take the soles of the feet together. You still have your strap. That strap is wrapped around both feet. Start to bend your knees out to the side. Slowly lower those feet to the floor if you can. Baddha Konasana. The knees are out to the side. Once you're there, try to relax the knees. Try to relax the hips. Take a really deep breath on the exhale. Allow those hips to soften even more. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale it out. And then draw the knees together. Take the feet out from your strap. Set that strap aside. Draw your knees to your chest. Take the arms to cactus pose. Goodness gracious, where's my brain this morning? You're going to lower your left knee and then your right knee to the floor, coming into a twist. If that's too deep, don't go that deep. Okay? Take the right leg up, Left leg back to center, the right leg goes down, the left leg goes down. Inhale, left leg center, right leg center, go to the other side, left. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, right. So we're doing twists here, but we're actually working core a little bit. One more, both sides. Go to the left. We're going slow. And then back to center, go right. Breathe. Back to center. Go part way, a quarter of the way to the left and hold. So here's our oblique one. If you can, leave the left knee where it is, separate the right knee. So it's this really funky little halfway. The right knee up toward is pointing level with the ceiling. The left knee is halfway to the floor. And then bring the right knee back. Hold. This is oblique work, side body work. Take the right knee back to center. Bring the left knee back to center. Go to the other side. So start partway down, right? It's not very far, at least not for me. Breathe, and then separate the knees. Bring them back together. Bring everything back to center. Draw those knees to chest. Good job, everyone. Roll those knees to one side and come on up. Holy moly. There we go, that's a warm up. If you can, I want you to take, well, start with wide legs. This is the easier way to get into this. So start with your feet wide, your heels are on the floor, and just go ahead and do some windshield wipers. Have your blocks accessible. And the next time the knees are over to the right, go ahead and pause. If you can, I want you to take that left knee and bring it back in behind. Bring the right leg in as well. So this is going to be way too much for some. I'm actually on the top of my foot in the back. That might be too much for the foot, ankle, or knee. If that is the case, you can go straight, you can come out, you can stay wide, which is usually easier on the knees, okay? And then inhale, reach up. Your right hand comes down to the floor, the arm goes over, pause here. And I want you to stretch through that side body and start to let that top arm descend toward the floor. Breathe. Big, big C pose here, right? Big curl over. And then take the arm up, press up, both arms up, hold on to the beach ball. This time the left hand goes down, the right arm goes over. I am mirroring here. This is at all confusing. Breathe, everybody. And center, hold the beach ball. Good, release those arms, shaking out. Lean back. Undo the legs. Take them wide, windshield wiper. This is actually kind of nice on the glutes too, if you think about it, right? Especially if you've done a lot of work out in your yard. That's going to be a common theme, I think, for the rest of the month. Good, take the knees over to the left and then adjust. If you can, you're going to come to the top of that back foot. You're going to bring the right one in. Starting to find this pose, this stretch. The left hand comes down to the floor, the right arm goes up and stretch. I love this particular pose for the side body work because you can do both sides. And then let that top arm start to descend toward the floor. Oh yeah, just feel that. Big, big stretch along that whole side body. Try not to let the right shoulder, again, I'm mirroring here. Try not to let the right shoulder drop forward. Keep it on the side. And then press it up, both arms up, squeeze the beach ball, and let that right hand come down as you stretch over to the other side. And inhale up. Exhale, release those hands, release the legs, straighten them out. Take both legs wide. And just breathe for a moment. I love, right, so I can see myself on this camera and my legs look really long because of the camera. Like, oh my God, I just got really tall. Anyway, so I don't know if that's how it looks to you, but it's pretty darn funny over here. All right, so I don't want you to lean forward, right? I want you to sit strongly in your pose. If you feel your low back rounding here, two things. One, sit up on a pillow. Two, bend the knees, okay? So try not to sit in any kind of rounding. I want you to just get really tall here and pause. So even here, right, this is about as wide as I want to go. I feel a stretch along those inner legs. Maybe move the flesh out from underneath the thigh flesh so that the legs can ground even more. We feel this groin, this whole area through the upper inner thighs pressing down. And then just sit tall. And breathe. Maybe flex the feet. Maybe press the big toe mounds down. And then what happens if you try to kind of wrap the pinky toes around a little bit to the outside? So we're really stretching the whole line of the inner legs. Good. And then release it and just shimmy those babies back to center, shake them out. Grab both of your blocks. So we're going to start again under the mirror here. So your right leg is out to the side. This time the right knee is going to come in. Okay, so it's kind of like Janu Sirsasana, except the leg's not straight forward, out to the side. And I want you to sandwich a block on either side of your right leg. And you can start up tall, right? But with the blocks, it depends on how your body is, how your low back is. And then take your whole torso to the right leg. Inhale, reach up, hold the beach ball. Exhale, start to come forward. Just let your hands or your forearms come to your block. And then check it out, right? How's it feel on this side? How's it feel on your back body? Right? Can you lengthen through the torso? Can you touch your foot? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Not a big deal either way. Your kneecap is center, pointing straight up. Your toes are pointing straight up. And we're just taking a really deep breath. Now, if this other leg is bothering you, knee, you know, right? One, take that foot out more. Two, put a block underneath it. I know that you all can modify this so that you take good care of your body. If you feel marvelous here, go ahead and lower those blocks. Maybe take it down to second level. I like this one a lot because I feel really supported without going too deep. I can hang on to my foot a little bit. I can lengthen my torso, feel that inner thigh and hamstring getting a nice stretch. Breathe. Good. And then you're going to take, if I'm mirroring here, I would have my right leg out. I'm going to take my right hand and move it over to the inside block. And then I'm going to open up the chest and take the arm over. If that's too deep, you come up higher, right? If that's too deep, you come up higher. It's okay. These are tricky little side bends. They get so deep in the ribs, in the upper back, right? We're moving that spine in that sideways direction. Find your breath, everyone. And then inhale the top arm up, press up, hold the beach ball. Exhale, let go. Good, grab your blocks. You're going to straighten the legs so you're back to that wide stance. And then bring that right knee in, take the blocks to either side of your left leg. I like to start with the blocks up high, that way I can assess how things are feeling. Turn your whole torso to that leg, and then come on forward. And breathe. You know you can't tickle your own foot. Isn't that weird? If John reaches for that foot, I'd like start giggling before he even touches it. So I find that weird that you can't tickle your own body. All right, I digress. Find that length, everybody. A little flex to the foot, a nice little stretch. If it feels good, you have room to move, you have no distress in your back, go ahead and lower your blocks. Come on down a little bit deeper. My right leg's always tighter than my left, so I take this one a bit slower. Right, give our bodies a chance to warm up, to open. Take it in. Let it go. Good, come on up just a little bit. Take the left hand to the block or the left forearm to the block. Open up the right shoulder and then stretch over to that side. You can even hang on your toe if you want. It's kind of fun. Breathe. And then inhale, arm up. Inhale, other arm up. Hold that beach ball, everybody. And exhale, let go. Woo. Good, just grab both of your blocks. Unleash that right leg. Sit up really tall. And then shimmy those legs back together again. All right, so you're gonna grab your blocks. You're gonna set both of them right in front of you. I probably should have picked different color blocks here, and then you're gonna take your feet wide. This is core work. This is all about your core, okay? So we're gonna play a little bit. You want some space between those blocks. Go ahead and lean back, lift your chest. And you're gonna step in and out. So I want you to be thinking about both moves, okay? So we start maybe with the fingertips down. If you already know you don't need them, you can take those hands to center. If you're leaning back too far, hands go back behind you. Whew. 3 and 2 and 1. Come to center and hold. Take the arms out, flex the feet. So you should be feeling all of this in the belly. If I need to turn sideways, let me do sideways. So you can see what is she doing. So you are right here, right? Breathe. You can feel this as you move through your spine. All right, when you're ready, take the heels up to your blocks. If you went too wide, you might have to bring the blocks in a little bit. Tap down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10, sit back, hold, find your breath. Good, lean back, heels go in blocks if you can. One leg straight. Woo! Breathe. If this is too much, hands come down, especially if you're feeling your back. Drop that heels, sides. Release both heels, knees are bent. And let go. Ooh. And breathe, everybody. I know, that's some fun work, isn't it? That was just what you were thinking. How is that fun? Then take both blocks, take your legs wide, both blocks out further, lean back. We have done this before. This is actually more quad and psoas work. Not that our psoas is necessarily need to be tighter, but we'll go for it anyway. So take it over. Again, if you don't need hands, don't do it. Breathe, just popping over one block. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, sit up tall. Take a deep breath. Go to the other side. A little bit of lean back, a little bit of core work. Let's take it over for 10. That's it. Right? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everybody. Sit up nice and tall. Find your breath. Lean back. Last one here. You're going to bend the knees. This is a little tricky. You got to lift both legs over both blocks and then back out again. So if it's really hard, lower them down a little bit more. Okay? And remember, everything is optional except breathing. So here we go. Take them in and out. Hands, no hands. 3, 4. Think about the inner thighs. 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten those legs right between your blocks. Find Dandasana. Flex the feet. Press the big toe mounds out. Spread your toes. Let's get some space between those toes. Inhale the arms up. Hold the beach ball. And breathe. And as you hold that beach ball, imagine that your pinky fingers are going to reach up a little higher. And notice how that lifts your chest. Breathe. I feel like instead of holding the beach ball, I'm holding the little Buddha here, right? Breathe. Exhale. Lift it off. Well done, everybody. Let's take these blocks, excuse me, to the front of our mat. Let's release those legs and come on to table pose. You're not going to use your blocks just a second. They're just there for when we do need them. You can even move them off if you want. Good. Find a nice table pose. Nice table pose here. Kickstand out your right leg. Your right hand lines up with the right knee, but forward. Take the left foot to the floor and try to ground that pinky toe. When you're ready, the left arm comes up overhead and makes a whole nother C curve. Now, this should feel really good after working that psoas with the leg lifts there. So just stretch it out and breathe. And then take the top arm up. Optionally, lift the leg. Hold. Breathe. Optional again, bend the top knee, find your foot, hamstring, and come into a slight back bend, stretching out that front quad, and psoas really nicely, still opening up the shoulder. Good, as you're ready, release, take it down, hand comes to the floor, come back to table pose. So we're doing that one a little slower because sometimes that pivoting of the knee can be real funky. So I just want you to be mindful as you pivot out, kickstand out the left side, rearrange the left hand. I always have to bring that hand in a little bit and forward a little bit, and then just press back through the right leg. Try to land the pinky side of that foot if you can. When you're ready, take the top arm up. Open up now, really tuck in through the belly if you tend to overarch your low back, and take that arm over your head. And just stretch. Let those fingertips come toward the floor, create this huge C curve in your body. And then take the arm up, tone it through the belly, lift the leg, and breathe. And then optional, bend that knee, fold your foot, open up that body. Good, release, hand down, knee down, straighten back up to table pose, spread the fingers. Hold that big beach ball between the elbows and find downward facing dog. Once you're there, let's pedal it out, everyone. First down dog is always a wonderful opportunity to pedal out the feet, to stretch out the hips, right? To feel what's going on in your upper body. Are you feeling grounded and stable there? Can you press through the thumb and index fingers? Can you find your breath? And then take the feet wide on your mat. Good, listen up. Instead of walking hands back like we usually do, I want you to take a big step forward. So you're in this really weird halfway between a forward fold and down dog. And then walk the hands back. Bend the knees, press those knees out to the sides, hands to knees, come on up. And roll it out. Shake it out, everybody. And then turn sideways on your mat. Take the feet out wider. So just a little thought here too. A lot of times I'll see students and I say go wide and they go wide. Don't go wide. Go to your normal wide. And it used to be they would say if you put your arm out, your wrist would line up with your ankle. What I say is be stable, right? Make sure your hips can engage, your legs feel stable, nothing feels like you're straining already. Inhale, take it up, 5-pointed star. The arms are wide, the legs are wide. We're feeling all this stuff going on. And then exhale, nice forward fold. Easy, easy. If you want, you can have your blocks in front of you. Use those blocks for that forward fold. So whichever way you want to go there is okay with me. Soften the back of the knees. You know who you are. You're probably not doing that anymore, though, are you? Breathe. And then my other gal out there, drop your head. Feel the stretch. Make sure the toes are pointed out. Start to bend the knees a little bit. You're supported with hands on floor or on blocks. And I just want you to drop the knees in the center a little bit and then press them out. So it's a really weird little move. You can just dropping the knees in and pressing out. Good, couple more. You're not doing a big drop in, you're just letting the knees curl in and out. And then the next time those knees are pressing out, I want you to hold it right there. Feel the forward fold. The knees have a soft bend to them. Bend the knees more, start to drop the hips. Keep the knees pressing out to the sides and come on up and then straighten the legs. Whew. There we go. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it back down. Good, 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale it down. Good. Last one. Inhale it up. Exhale if you can. Hold the goddess pose, but release the hands or hold the leg portion. Press those knees out away from each other. You're going to take your right hand or your right elbow to your right leg. Open up that whole left side. Take the body or take that arm overhead. Palm face up. Actually, your bottom palm is face up, your top palm is face down, and breathe. Good, you're gonna come in through center. If you can, hold the squat. If you can't, just straighten up. Hold the beach ball. Breathe, go to the other side. Taking the left arm down, reaching the right arm over, taking the left arm down. Breathe, squeeze your belly. Take that arm up, hold the beach ball. That's it, hold, hold, hold. Take the beach ball in front of you, pull the shoulders back. Breathe out to the side, interlace those hands behind you, press it back, straighten the legs. Easy, easy, forward fold. And breathe. Release your hands back to the floor. Now, again, either your hands are on blocks or they're not. And all I want you to do is bend one knee and stretch the inner thigh of the other leg. And then switch sides. Keep the hips back. It's really important to keep your hips back here so that the knee stays pretty lined up. Good, one more. And then back to center. Good, heel toe in. Bend your knees, hands to knees, come on. And roll it out. Well done, everybody. You should be feeling those legs. And then come on back to your mat. Let's take the blocks to the front of our mats this time. Keep them down at the lower level. I think you might be able to go one up. And then find your pose, find mountain pose. So you're looking relatively straight ahead, maybe the eyes gaze down in front of you to find that focus point. Shoulders are back behind you, legs are active without being locked out. Inhale and up. Exhale, forward fold. If your blocks are nice and low, you can take your hands to the blocks and then step back with your right leg. If you can, you're at a high lunge here. I want you to squeeze the legs together. 1, you're here, you're staying right here. 2, walk those hands to your knee. Bring the torso up, squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhale up, hold, breathe. Good, exhale, slow, slow, slow. Keep your right hand on the block. Take a twist on the side, taking the left arm up. Keep your back foot pointing straight ahead if you can. Breathe. Lower that hand to the floor. Last one here, straight in the front leg. So variation, a little bit of a long variation, pyramid pose. Try not to hunch the shoulders. If you need to take the blocks up higher, please do. Big deep breath. Bend your front knee if the blocks are low. Usually that's very stable. Step back, downward facing dog. From down dog to plank pose, everybody. A little bit of core work here. Hold. You can take the knees down. Always, always. Keep the belly tucked. Breathe. Let's see if we can do 10 more counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Find your breath. Look through those hands. Step forward with your right leg. Coming back to a lunge. Check your pose. Make sure you're stable. Engage that left glute. 1, you're here. 2, hands go to knee. You find that stability. Bring the arms up. Find your breath. That's it. Hands come to front. Lower back down to your blocks. Your left hand stays where it is. The right arm moves. Good. Notice, right? As we stretch. Keep the legs stable. Keep the back glute active. Lower that hand. Straighten the front leg. Straight is a relative term. Take it where you can for your body. Big deep breath. Bend your front knee. You're going to step forward. So you may want to move your blocks forward a little bit. Step forward with your left leg. Bend the knees, hands to knees. Come on up. Ooh. Find your equilibrium here. Take the arms up. Once those arms are up, lower the right hand down and take the left arm over. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale it down. Step back, downward facing dog. If the blocks are throwing you off, just move them out of the way. It's okay. Breathe. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, lower your knees. Press back to your hips. Maybe a little tiny child's pose. Just stretching it out. And then come on up, table pose. You got this, everybody. Take the kickstand out, the right leg. Press back through the left, the right where we were before. Stretch it out. Hand is on block or not. Take the leg up if you want. The arm goes up. The hip is active. Grab that foot if you want. Open it up. Release. Bring that hand down. Turn yourself back to table pose. Find that equal knee distance and then switch sides. Stretch it out. Feel that side body working. Squeeze it up. Find your breath. Only if you want. Take it into a little bit of a back bend, a little bit of a quad stretch, right? Woo. Release. Back to the floor. Find your distance, right? I always bring my knees back to hips width. Downward facing dog. Ooh, yeah. What happened to the air conditioner? Breathe, everyone. Plank pose. Now, hands are on blocks or not. If that's messing you up, take those blocks out of the way. Optional left leg lifts. Getting our strength back, everybody. Woo! Breathe. And then take that left leg and see if you can step it forward. It's tricky there, I know. When you're ready, hands to knee. Lift up. Inhale it up. Find your breath. Use those glutes, use those hips, find your stability. Breathe. Exhale, hands down. Right hand stays where it is. The left arm goes up, the back foot stays straight. Finding that nice little twist. Exhale, that hand down, front leg straightens. Soften the shoulders, relax the back of the neck. Find your pose. That's it. Bend your front knee. We're going to finish that other side. So step back, down dog. Use your breath. Tone in through the belly. Keep that beach ball between the elbows. Plank pose. Knees up, knees down. You know, right? All these options to make this your practice. If and when you're ready, that right leg lifts. Woo! You can tell I recovered from jet lag. Breathe, step forward with your right leg. Holy moly, maybe not 100% recovered. When you're ready, when you're here, and you can chill right here, right? You don't have to go higher. Take your hands to your knee, press up, stretching through that front leg, really the back leg, take the arms up. Find your breath, find your stability. Exhale, hands down. Left hand stays where it is, the right arm goes up. Big deep breath, everybody. Lower that hand, straighten the front leg optionally. Bend your front knee. You're going to step forward here. Take those blocks forward a little bit so that your hands can rest on your blocks while you're in your forward fold. Just breathe. Elbows are soft. Again, mindful of your own particular back. If you can, you're going a little deeper into your forward fold by bending the elbows. And then press hands into the blocks, come halfway up, maybe even a fingertips. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lift up. Last one, exhale. And inhale. And then bend the knees. Hands to knees. Come on up, everybody. Ooh. Once you're up, grab one block. Take it between the thighs. Give it a good squeeze. Just a good squeeze. Even maybe walk the feet in a little bit more so those lower parts of the inner thighs get that contact. Shoulders are back, mountain-ish pose. Breathe. Keeping that block there, don't squeeze quite as much, but a soft squeeze. The right hand slides down, the left arm slides up to the armpit and then overhead. And breathe. Good, take it up. Hold on to that beach ball above your head. Exhale, the left arm goes down, the right arm goes forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. Roll the shoulders back and hold. And then release those hands, shake it out. Take that block out from your thighs. Good. And we played with this at the park on Friday, so we're going to play with this again. It's just simple tree pose, but we're going to come at it a little different way, okay? So stand in your mountain pose, be near a wall if you would like. And you're going to take your right leg and just turn it out to the side. That's it. So that you're on the ball mound of your right foot. The knee is pressing toward the right. Now, check out the hips, right? We know this by now. You've heard me talk about this over and over again. Take the hip, the left hip that's out to the side. Draw it in so that you feel a relative straight line from your foot, your knee, your hip, straight up, right? You're not tilted out to the side, you're straight up. And then if you put your hands on those hip bones, right? The iliac crests here, you feel they're pretty even with each other. And here we are in a variation of tree pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Stay right here with the leg. Roll the shoulders back, feel the chest lift. Optional, I want you to close your eyes. This is weirdly tricky. Even with both feet on the floor, our bodies want to start to sway and move a little bit. So I just want you to get a sense of what needs to stay stable for us to stay in the middle of this pose. Breathe. And then open the eyes. From here, take tree to the position that works for you. Whether you've still got toe on the floor or you bring the leg up to whatever level makes sense for you. I generally will say not to put the heel of your foot to the inner knee because we can press too hard and bother that knee. So above the knee, below the knee, find the post, hold the belly. That's it. Arms out if you would like. One last option. If your teacher can stay in the pose, hold. You're going to take, if your right knee is out to the side, you're going to take your right hand to that inner knee, palm face out. And then imagine that spread from fingertips to fingertips. Breathe. Release. Hands to heart. Bring the knee center and let it go. Same thing, other side. All right, so easy to start, right? We're just going to turn the foot out to the side. And I don't know about you, but as soon as I do that, this opposite side hip shoots out a little bit. It's like, okay, you know, you've just shifted your weight. So we bring it in, tone in through the belly. Maybe the hands go to those hip, those crests, pelvic crests, a little, iliac crests a little bit. And you go, yeah, it feels pretty straight. Not at all concerned about where this knee is. I'm more concerned with where the hips are. Pause here. Take your hands to your heart. Comfortable, close to a wall, whatever it is you need to do, close the eyes. And feel how your body compensates without the sense of sight, right? We take one of those senses away, and the body has to find a new equilibrium. And then open the eyes. Come to your tree pose on this side. Wherever it is for you, remember not to let that standing legs hip fall out to the side. Breathe. Optional, arms go out. And then that left hand goes to the inner left knee. Breathe. Release the arm. And release that pose. And shake it. Just sway kind of one leg over, stretch down that hip. And then sway the other one. Good. And then come on back up to the front of your mat. Find mountain pose, both feet on the floor. Take your hands to your heart. Close the eyes again. Take a deep breath in. Just tap into your body. Tap into what you feel. Feel the feet on the floor. Feel the energy of the legs, maybe the soft activation of the glutes, the belly. Open the eyes. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, forward. Step back to downward facing dog, everybody. Breathe. Hold this down dog if you can. If it is too much, or you're working with a shoulder injury, drop the knees. Plank pose. Left leg lifts, optional. Lower that leg, right leg lifts. Not optional, no, just kidding. Lower the knees to the floor. Come on down to your bellies, everyone. Now, I want you to start by coming all the way down, Your head can rest on your hands, or you can keep the chin up if you feel better that way. But I want you to just really lengthen those legs away from the hips, and then let the feet come to the floor. And then imagine pressing the pubic bone down as the belly tones in. And then take both hands forward, both arms forward. And imagine dragging yourself forward isometrically and feel that spread of the belly. And maybe you lift the ribs up a little bit and then drop them down. But still tuck the tailbone, right? So you've got these two opposing forces. You've got yourself, you've got your hands trying to pull you forward, and you've got the tailbone and the pubic bone trying to press down. Keep that little tone to the belly. Release the hands into Sphinx pose. And imagine again, you're slightly dragging the elbows back as the torso comes forward, as the tailbone descends down between those inner thighs, right? And breathe. So sometimes we have challenges with just with a back bend like this, because we sit in the lower back and we wonder, why does it feel crappy? And it should not feel crappy, okay? And we have all kinds of mechanical, physical issues that can cause that, especially as we're getting older. But there are so many things we can do to help that. And one is that descent of the tailbone, the toning of the belly, the lengthening of the torso, bringing the elbows forward if need be, or lowering down if need be. Big deep breath. And then take it. Rest your forehead on your hands. Lift your right leg only. Lift your left leg only. Lower down, listen up. Probably a block just to roll over to your right side. I'm going to mirror here. So roll over to your right side and bend both knees. The block is there just to serve as a pillow. If that doesn't work for you, grab a blanket or a regular pillow. I find this just about the right height to keep my neck in a mostly neutral position. So I've been kind of liking that. I want you to leave your right leg. I'm mirroring on this one. So leave that bottom leg down. Lift the top leg up like you're doing a clamshell. Okay, we've done those before. You're just keeping the feet together and moving the knee away until you activate that glute. And then lift the lower part of the leg. So you're just, it's like stacking one knee on top of the other, but you're lifted. Flex the foot. Lift a little bit higher. Straighten the leg so the toes are pointing toward the side wall. Breathe. Lift as high as that leg will go without turning your toes. Hold. Find your breath. Turn the toes to the ceiling. Lift up as high as that leg will go for you. Straightish knee. You can reach up and grab shin or grab your big toe if you want. Find your breath. Release that leg if you have it. You're going to lower part way down and then turn the toes back to the side wall. Lower that big toe all the way to the floor. And then take the top arm up and overhead. And breathe. That's it. Simple, simple. Release the arm. Release the knee. Turn over to the other side. Easy, easy. Start with the knees bent. Make sure your head, neck, shoulder is comfortable. Keep the feet together. Lift that top knee away from the bottom knee. Don't lean back, right? So stay hip, bottom hip to top hip, but just press out, activating that glute. Then lift the foot off the other foot. Lift a little higher. Straighten the leg, flex the foot. Toes point toward the floor or at least to the side wall. Big deep breath. Lift a little higher if you can. Don't let the toes turn. Turn the toes. Lift up high. You can grab shin. You can grab toe. Variation of hand to big toe pose. Breathe. If you're holding the leg, release it. Lower it down a little bit. Turn those toes. Breathe. Lower until the big toe touches the floor. Take the top arm overhead. And breathe. Good. Release that arm. Take both knees back on top of each other. Release your block if that's still under your head. And come onto your back. Take the knees back to the center. Roll the shoulders. I want the arms cactus pose. So taking those arms out to the side, letting the elbows bend. Take the soles of the feet together, let the knees roll out to the sides. Big deep breath, everybody. You can take those blocks under the knees, under the hips, certainly to help support your pose here. You can take the feet a little further away from your groin. It changes the pose a little bit. And then draw the knees together. Bring the knees to chest. Press the elbows down to the floor. Allow those knees to go to one side. Coming into a twist. And then tone the belly. First one knee up, then the other knee up, go over to the other side. And knees back to center. Your feet back to the floor. One foot slides to one corner of your mat. The other foot slides down to the other corner of your mat. Your hands come down to your sides. And we find Shavasana. Soften it down, everybody. Feel your body soften down to the floor. Know that you can put something under knees or under the back of thighs if you need a little bit of a release. Soften everything down. Allow the breath to carry you deeper into your Shavasana. One more deep breath in here.
For those of you ready, go ahead and start to wiggle those toes and fingers. Draw the knees up toward chest. Give them a good squeeze in. Rock over to one side. Allow the body to curl over to fetal pose. And then from fetal pose, coming all the way back up to your seated pose. From there, bring your hands to your heart. Saying a prayer for those still working through the damage of the hurricane, through those struggles. Our hearts are with them. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.